Hi. Another wet in wet. A friend of mine and his wife, friends of mine, took their motor caravan up to Scotland from London, stopping at various sites on the way, and he very kindly let me copy onto my computer a number of his photographs. Now, I've not been anywhere near these parts of Scotland, and here's a photograph he took of Culzean Castle, Culzean. So I'm just pinching his view and trying to make a watercolour of it. Now, I don't really like painting portrait format. I prefer the landscape. So what I've done, I've just cut across the top and the bottom, and I'll invent something here that probably doesn't exist, and I'll paint the castle in very faint grey type of stuff. I won't make a copy of the photograph, exact copy anyway. So I'll put it up the top so that I can see it, and I'll start the usual way by wetting the paper. It's Fabriano, £130. I'll show you the block. It arrived this morning, another block. There it is. There. Best way to buy it for this sort of work. Arts Discount, Grantham's, a very, very good paper for wet in wet. It comes in these blocks of 100 and it's so economical at 30 odd p a sheet, and then you can paint on both sides of it if you want, or like me, you can turn some of the failures or the ones that are not so good into an acrylic or oil painting. Usual palette: lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey and burnt sienna. A 2-inch Ron Ranson hake. Get the Ron Ranson hake if you're tempted to take this type of painting, or have a go at it. It's very spontaneous, holds a lot of water, especially when you first start to use this brush. It holds gallons of the stuff, and you have to compensate, so you always need cloth near your hands. And to take off the excess moisture, and it's a very warm day today again, and the water is, or the humidity is playing havoc with these demonstrations. But anyway, what happens when you wet the paper is that it expands all over uniformly, and you can reclip it. When I was asked earlier in the week when I was doing a demonstration, do I stretch my paper? And I say, no, I don't stretch my paper. I just take that off because I can reclip it as it expands, and I can keep it very flat. So, right. So I want to put a warm tint over the sky, all over. The horizon is across there. That's just a lot of rocks going across there. I don't know what's on the other side. I don't know if it's in the middle of the loch or what. But I'm just making a painting, so let's just put that in there. I would imagine it's a loch, but apart from that, I don't know. Never been there. But it's just painting from a photograph rather than an imaginary one. Now the sky's got a tint of blue in it, so we'll put that in. And what you put in the sky, put in the water. I can make a bit darker with the blue. And then we've got some clouds, so I'm going to use a bit of burnt umber with the blue, just a slightly warm cloud. And that cloud stops there and goes behind the hill, so we'll show that. I can do a little bit, oops, a little bit heavier. Burnt umber is a very useful colour. Don't use it an awful lot, but then we can just put that in there. You want the reflection of the sky darker than the sky actually, because you're looking down into the water here, and that's so you would have a deeper sky reflection. I'm going to put the reflection of the castle and the landscape. Oh, I'll just put a bit of blue in there as well. Right, I'll just put that horizon there. It's very, very light. It almost blends into the water. So that's all I can really do. I might just go over that with a bit of lighter cloud. See if I can get that going onto that horizon there. No, that's not really worked. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. My colleague Steve Cronin does it quite a lot. Roland Hilder used to do it a lot, but there are not too many people do it. And that is to use a bit of tissue and just to blot out a bit of cloud. Well, I'm not sure if I've done this too light to show, but just about shows on my. It just shows there. This really needs to be a bit darker than that, but I don't want to do any more than that. Right, okay. I'll reclip and I'll give the whole lot a bit of a try. Will I? Yeah, I'll give it just a little. Take your earphones off if you're listening on headphones. Just a little dry. Now, with this flat brush, I'm going to use same sky colour, a bit of burnt umber and a bit of it's quite silhouetted, but I don't want it too dark. So we'll just put that in, battlement sort of. There's some sort of configuration there. I'm going to take a bit of care with this. That's the wall coming down. And then there's another sort of bit there. Then we've got some stone colour there. Swear at the water. Let's put in some sienna and a bit of burnt umber there, I think. Very loose, just stone colours. Right, back to the hake. Burnt umber, blue, right, so we'll put that bit of sienna. I really do want this on the cool side. Now we've got some darker colours here. I'll put a bit of lemon yellow in with that mix because it is going grassy, shrubby trees, foliage. Oh, just a bit of dry brush over that. And we'll just put a bit of light in there. Just vary this. And I'll come down with the burnt umber and the blue into the shadow of this. And I can scrape out some of the rocks in here. I can't make out what's in. Oh, I can't show you. Here it's just overexposed. I can't. I've just got to imagine the detail in that. There is some, and it's a rocky, pebbly sort of shore. But to show that, you've really got to put a bit of dark in here. That coming across there. And that is dark in there. Let's get that darker there. Put some colour in there. Let's get some darker. Right, with my card, I'll start to just to scrape out. Ah, it's dried. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. It's paint is drying so quickly. No, I can't do much about that. That's just put in some rocks here. Just imagine, and we'll have some trees now. Right, okay, I'll let that dry off. I want to dry, oh no, I'll keep the clips out. I want to dry the whole lot now. I can put some texture on that. Right, now for some, I'll put that there. Right, bit of dry brush on that, so we'll reflect the sky, so we've got the burnt umber and the grey, a dryish brush. Pull out the loose hairs and should have a bit careful there. Let's get that horizon in. I know. Didn't quite work there, did it? I might soften that when it's dry. Now I'm going to it's dried again, so earphones off. Right, I'm going to wet the paper now. And while that's drying, I'll put in a nice umber and blue wash. That's dark there. Okay. Got to put a bit of shore in there. So let's put the dark in there. Really good dark, good warm dark, Culzean, ultra. Really thick. Right, card. And right, now a bit of texturing now on the cliff here. A bit of yellow, burnt umber, ultramarine, lemon yellow. More blue. Lovely dark green. Right, I'm going to let that go. Now, with a smaller brush, I'm going to just see if I can reduce the intensity of that horizon. It's far too dark, so I'm going to wet a small sable mix, nylon mix, just to take out some of that. That is just a little bit too insistent there. I'm going to give that a good dry there, and then I'm going to etch it out with a blade. Right, blower on. Got a blade in here somewhere. Right, let's scrape that off. When you're desperate, let's put some sparkle on here. Right, I'll sign that. I'm not really happy with it, but it's not too bad. We'll put in some birds. Oh, I know. What I've got to do is a flagpole up there. Got a bit thick of this, didn't it? Right, well that's just an impression. So we'll put it in a mount. Before I do that, I need to put the tape, hold it in position. Put that on it. Looking a bit messy that mount there. Right, okay, let's bring the camera around a bit. I'm going to have a look at it more square on. Well, what do you think? Doesn't look too bad. It's the first time I've had a go at it. So I'll publish that and I'll wait for your comments, yay or nay. Thanks for watching, bye bye.